All right, here we go. Looks like I'm finally live. I don't have my stream deck working, so I don't have like my mutes and other things. I'm not one of them fancy guys with all that stuff though, so hopefully it won't be the end of the world. Let's put out some links since it's been a minute since I streamed over in the Discords. How is everybody? Hopefully I still got people joining in. You know, when you don't stream forever, you tend to have people not show up. Let's go with there. And we will just say I'm back and streaming again. Yay. Let's see, when was the last one? It was like July 12th. So it has been, wait, no, it was June something. I'll have to go look. But it's been a minute, so welcome in. What's up, Squirrel? See you there in the chat. We'll put that on mine. And then this isn't a ATM pack, and FTV doesn't have a, you know, like share your stuff channel. So okay. And then all right. Where were we? Other than trying to recover from the squirrel training lesson and figure out, you know, what our life was and how we had been doing it so wrong. Hostile neural networks. I thought we got going in that. Did we not get to our Wither data model? We got Wither Skellies. Blaze Ember. Oh, we were converting a bunch of primal coal into Blaze Ember for fuel, I do believe, right? So let's keep going with that. Let's get back up here to my Discord. Here we go. Stuff is converting. Yeah, I think we were working our way up to make dire fuel. Oh boy. Just doing a little remodeling. Don't mind me. Do I have a stick in my backpack? I do, yay. Don't vein mine your floor, kids. How did I end up one short? Oh, there it is. All right. That was rough. Welcome back, vein mine the floor. Ender pearls. That's why I had ender pearls on my hotbar. Yeah, in the prison block one, the goos don't die, it doesn't seem like. So that's an interesting mechanic. Yeah, we got Nautek to work right at the end of the last stream, I thought. I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember. There's shards in there. But I don't honestly remember. Was that what we were working on? Nautic. The mixer. One of the most important machines is the Nautic mixer. Electrolyte algae serum. Each recipe needs to be placed in the machine from a different cardinal direction. You can output items from the bottom. Did we get our salt water? Boy, my inventory is a hot mess. I don't see any salt water. Is there salt water in here? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can start there. Where is our waste stone? Because we have waste stones, right? Uh-huh. I don't even remember where my own waste stone is. That's how long it's been since I've been in this world. I swear we had waste stones. Maybe we don't, but I thought we did. Do I have extras in my backpack? No. It doesn't necessarily mean we don't have waste stones. Not on this floor. And it's not up here. So I guess we don't have waste stones. Or if we do, I'm an idiot. Honey seeds. Interesting. Okay. You know what? We're just going to put a bunch of junk in here. Because I don't want to deal with it right now. Void shift wand. Okay, it says we'll find a different kind of water inside the structure. What if I put down water? Does it become a different water? So I don't see any water in here. Or is it talking about, like, up there? Probably should have just tried picking that up with a bucket first. Let's see. Salt water. Bucket. Okay. That's just water. Those are all just water buckets. Okay. Those are not what we need. Yeah, they're all just regular old plain Jane water buckets. Well, you lie. Finding a crystal geode. We found one. Inside the structure, there should be a different type of water to find. The saltwater fluid. Saltwater is an important fluid you'll need to progress in the mod. Yeah, that's a cool story, bruh. I see no water. None at all. I do see Skulk, which I just mined and got nothing from, because I'm an idiot. Do I have a wrench? One of the Nautek wrenches. I think I do. Oratech. Thought I made it. The Nautek wrench. Because we were opening crates. Oh, the rusty ones you can't open. Right. Okay. So, no, I guess we didn't figure out Nautek because I can't get the salt water. I don't know. How do I repair these? Right, they're repaired. I thought they were repaired with energy. So am I out of power? We must be out of power. Yeah, this is not an advisable thing. Don't take like a 3-week break from a mod pack. All right, power. What do we have for power gen? Well, there's 1 million FE in there. Let's make it daytime. Get our solar going too. Yeah, I don't know that I'm to void flame fuel, but I thought we had some. Yeah, we have 3 buckets. Where is our blaze ember? So we must have been making it unless we got it from a quest reward. And this is our generator, right? Yeah. It's also full on power. Why is my player not receiving power? Do we not have a player transmitter yet? Do I have to put you in here? Aha. Okay. Well, that's charged now. So we do have power. Plenty of it. Okay. But we don't have a player transmitter yet. So is power in here? It is. Okay, where is that in the quest line? It seems like getting power to your player would be a pretty good place to aim for. Void flame fuel. 1 1.3 KFE with a simple fuel generator. It just needs me to put it in a bucket. Okay, we can do that. We've already got some, so void flame fuel. They should fix that where the dire canister counts as a bucket. It's amazing we went from like half a stack of the other tier blocks to like nothing, essentially. All right. Advanced machines, advanced portal gun. Ooh, that could be a fun adventure, but don't we need like time crystals for it or something? What does the portal fluid take to make? Portal fluid catalyst. We need chorus fruit. Do we have chorus fruit? We have proto chorus. We can transform proto chorus into chorus fruit with the Nautek thingy. And then I guess we were making this stuff by throwing in that catalyst into water. So water. Oh no. Okay. Okay, and then shoot, I need some blaze ember. Okay, good, I have some. There we go. We should look at the simple fuel generator. See what it takes. Even though we're fine on power, since we're chasing it and I was obviously working on it. Let's see, simple fuel. So we need blaze gold. Let's just pin it. We were also working on ender crafting for something. So ooh, smells like coffee is ready. I think I could use some of that. I'll toss in this next tier and go brew my coffee, or go grab a cup of coffee. And I hear my wife up and moving, which means she should, in theory, make it to work on time today. All right, I'm gonna grab some coffee. Be right back. And we're back. Coffee acquired. Heck yeah. Did discover I'm just about out of cream cheese of the strawberry variety, which is a problem. But there's enough for one of my bagels at least, so there's that. All right. So we've converted up all of our stuff to void flame fuel, which we were making for some reason, but I'm not real sure. Let's try and chase that and see what we needed it for. Uses. Uses. So, charged void flame seed. Interesting. So we can grow void flame fuel, maybe? Question mark. We can burn it in the Oratech fuel generator. I don't know what we were doing it for other than, fuel. So, wither data model. Why did we want a wither data model? I mean, because you need nether stars. Let's just look at the quest book, Wooly. Okay. We completed getting started. Done. Right? Everything's checked, correct? Wait, we didn't do the dive suit. But I guess we need to for quest progression. So let's bookmark those and make that just so that we're not constantly questioning whether we finished that quest chapter or not. Okay. What does it take? Helmet, we can just make. Nice. Let's make sure we don't have it in our inventory. We don't. Okay. Diving boots. Okay. Chapter complete. Now we won't ever question whether we finished that chapter or not. It should change color. Yeah, there we go. Steaming ahead. This is where we were, somewhere in here. We had worked on all that. We made our depth upgrade so that we can use our scuba gear. Okay. Magical trees. During my time in this blistering heat, I've come across a tree that emits a magical aura. Could this be to create find an archwood sapling in the lava dimension or create one with actually additions? Okay. So powered pulverizing was where we were headed, and the centrifuge looks like is where we need for progression. So let's take a look at those and see what they take. How is the audio? The mic's a little further away. I think the dog grabbed my mic boom and might have stripped the gear out on it while I was gone. So, yeah, that's not fun. So it won't, I can't get it as close to me as I normally have it. Oh, coffee. So good. So how is everybody? I guess it looks like we've got Squirrel and who knows who else in the chat. Not everybody types in the chat, and that's okay. Lurkers are appreciated too. Especially those that watch from like weird devices. I don't know how you could watch modded Minecraft on a cell phone, but I mean, people do it apparently. That's what the statistics say, at least. All right. Better power. See, that's what we were working on. Simple fuel generator. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Now, we could just stick this anywhere on our network. Like there. And give it an energy interface, right? Or is it a importer? I think it's an importer we need. Energy importer. This one. And then we need to go make sure of what our other stuff is on. And we'll see how much fuel this uses. Looks like it's making 1300 FE a tick though, which is nice. Might be time to look into automating that. Why are you not running? Because we have no netherrack. Okay. Good stuff. Well, better power. We can mark that off. We made some just dire things power, which we can automate this. The fuel easily. Well, I mean, not easily, but we've done the automations for it before in ATM 10, so it should be a pretty simple carryover. We'll have to automate all the coals, and then we'll have to automate the polymorphic fluid and stuff, which I don't know that we've done, but we could figure it out. For now, we can just make some more, and then once this thing, its buffer is full, this should only run once we have a real big draw on power. So and it's getting hot in the office already. I think we're supposed to have another 90-degree day. No. Only 82. And maybe some more rain. I like this summertime rain. Panels. What, there's solar panels in Just Dire Things? There is no panel in here. No solar. Must be a newer version. I haven't updated the pack or the server either, so. Did I forget to put the link to the stream in my @everyone on the Big Wooly server? How did Squirrel not already call me out on that? Oh boy. I figured he would have already messaged me. I don't have a DM or anything. Then again, he probably got the YouTube notification. Flooding. Oh no. Let's put power on here with like the player transmitter specifically. I feel like getting player to our power to our player is going to be important. What did we have in here? Oh, this was the stuff that Sir Squirrel had created, but I hadn't done the quests for. Groggy, I can relate to that. Mine was more like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be streaming and the game won't launch. And there we go. Now my hair is pulled back. The AC unit's on. Let's do this. Oh, we had Flux Networks on the list. So we can take the player transmitter off because Flux will get us power to the player. And did we get Ender Crafting to work, or did we just set it up? What do we make in Ender Crafting? What was in here, right? Jar automation, auto hammer. No. Oh, Ender Crafting was down here. We need to make this. That's why we needed the wither. Okay. It's coming back. So now we need to. We've got wither skelly skulls from our data model thing. We just need to go make a cage to kill the wither, essentially, right? We've got soul sand? Question mark. We have a singular soul sand. What about soul soil? We've got 16. Solium, solarium. Okay, so how am I getting soul sand? Conjuration catalyst or conjuration essence. Okay, we don't have a good source for the mob drops for that. How did we get soul soil? Enrichment chamber. Atomic reconstructor can turn sand into soul sand. It's got to be a chance though, right? We have one though. So if that's the case, we can just grab sand, which we should have plenty of. Toss it in there. Turn our magnet off. Yeah, okay. And how many withers do we need to kill for the data model? Boy, now that thing is using some power. Wait a second. So none of these are set to pull from the battery. Where's it getting its power from then? How does it get power in? Okay, well that could be the problem. I don't even know how we're getting power. Oh, it's only getting what the solar panels are generating. Okay. One of these two is supposed to be an output. We need a configurator. Do we know whether blue or yellow is input or output? Oh boy, RF tools. Let me grab their wrench and maybe I can figure it out. RF tools looks like a gun, right? Engineer's hammer. Oratech, RF tools. It doesn't tell me. Is that input or output? The atomic reconstructor uses a ton of power if you let it keep firing. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's why there was a lever on top. Sucks that it only holds so little. All right, well, 31. So it takes four per wither. And we need 3 skulls per wither. And the data model, I think we need like 4 or 5, right? So let's get us some more wither skelly skulls. But that does concern me because there was like 5 million FE in that other thing, this thing. So is it empty now too? No. So for whatever reason, it was not. The power that I have here isn't available to that stuff up there. Yeah, the phantoms are pretty bad. The ones that carry you off. I am not the hugest of fans of that. What do I have here? I have an energy interface, which means it can see the energy in here, but it's not going to push energy into it, correct? It's on interface channel 0. Or did I not put this thing on the right channel? What channel are you on? Oh, it needs a card. I didn't give it a card. Big derp. Woolly's a derp. Variable. Okay, now it can access that energy. Will you make me some more soul sand, please? Yeah, it just does not make it fast, and we are not getting power here fast enough. So what about some logistics cable and an energy export? Yes. Logistic cable, cool. Export. And this is one of the reasons I never truly got into integrated dynamics. It's so complicated. All right, there we go. Now we're getting a bunch of power. And will you please convert that? There we go. Sweet. So much faster. We're going to have to revise our battery situation. I mean, once we get into Flux Networks, we'll have a gargantuan battery storage, and that'll be fine. So all we need left for our Ender, I should have bookmarked it. What is that thing? Ender Crystal or something? What is it called? Ender Star? Ender Star. Wait a second. You don't show me a recipe? What in the actual... Okay, there's two different ones apparently. So we need Eye of Enders and a Nether Star. Okay. So, time to go get a data model of the Wither. Where are we going to do that at? We haven't been to the end. We don't have flight yet, right? No. Can we get flight? What does it take to fly in here? Jetpack? Wait a minute. Didn't we get a jetpack for a prize? Jet. No. No. Okay. Then we need to get the Wither somewhere where we can keep it contained. And we don't have a mining dimension or anything. I guess the nether. I guess we'll head to the nether and, like, make a tunnel or something. Got any witherproof glass? Good call. Like, check that. I think we have mob grinding utils, so we should have witherproof glass. Let's just go at mob, and then tinted glass, tough enough to withstand withers. Takes blaze ember. So, and then accepts any glass blocks. So we're gonna need to make some blaze ember. Let's see, ember, we've got one. What about coal? We've got plenty, so let's go convert up some coal. We can make ourselves a wither cage. Mystical Agriculture has witherproof glass? Witherproof glass. Oh, but it takes the wither skeleton essence, and I don't have a wither skelly seed going yet. So we would have to, like, grind that out and bone meal it. We can get this other pretty quick. How much did I get of the other, though? Let's see. Mob grinding, utils, tinted glass. We get 4 per craft, and it takes 5 blaze ember. Okay, so we're gonna need a good bit of this. That was probably why we were working on that last episode. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it was for the fuel, since we had already gotten some fuel, but either way, we should have some time in a temporal pouch here. Yeah, 8 hours worth. Nice. So next rounds, I can speed these up. All right, now we have a goal. That only took us, it only took us an hour to get reacclimated and figure out what we should be working on. Only an hour. Ender pearls. Wasted the whole accelerated just piddling around. All right, now let's convert these into blocks, and then we can get our blaze ember. Yay! 25. Okay. Now, temporal pouch. Let's get them all down. And then... Worried about using all this up. Oh yeah, my Pouch and Skies expert is absurd. Heck, I'd have to restore that world from a backup if I wanted to play in it, though. All right, I don't need that in that form anyways. Let's break it all down. Now, let's see, tinted glass. From Mob Grinding Utils. This one. There's a stack and 4. Can I make a witherproof cage out of a stack and 4? I'm feeling like the answer to that is probably no. I think I'm going to need a couple stacks. So let's grab some more coal and do this again. How about 2 more stacks of coal? Let's go. I wonder if this was why I was working on it. I'd have to go back and like rewatch the stream. I thought it would finish the conversion it was on when the thing died. There we go. Oh, I forgot to accelerate it. Shoot. This would be a good time to automate this, but the time it would take to automate it versus the time it would take for us to just move on and automate it later. You know, why do right now what I can make a later Wooly problem? Then you can attack the Wither's feet. You only need it 1 floor wide, an air gap. Sort of like trapping him in the end. Boy, I'm getting crap rolls. It is going through the ender pearls. Ba-ting! Wife must have made it to the parking lot at work because now I'm getting the daily flood of Instagram messages. My pickaxe is broken and I don't have a player transmitter sending me power. I just vein mined my floor again. Gosh dang it. Here we go. You can build a box, just hard to see inside, and glass breaks so easily from accidental pickup. What? You only need a floor of 1 wide, an air gap. You know, that sounds like you trying to get me to build something that I'm not going to build right, and then the wither is going to escape and embarrass me on live stream. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting there. Not that you seem malicious or would do anything like that, but it's the vibe from your description. That's what I'm getting. I'm sure you would never do anything like set me up to, you know, embarrass myself on live stream. Definitely not. Although I will say, if you wouldn't, what's wrong with you? Because I would set me up to embarrass myself. Be like, yeah, this is totally the easy way to do it. You should do it this way. Ha ha, sucker. You know, a clicker on the bottom of this that like automatically recharged it would be such a good idea. Here we go. High quality entertainment. See, I knew what you were doing. All right, let's make this 2 full stacks, I guess. And that should give me enough to contain the wither, right? I think so, because we need a like 5 wide box essentially. I'm about to run down the stairs when I got elevator blocks. Could we contain a wither right here? Maybe. So we need basically like this, right? Keep wasting the glass. I need to get Silk Touch. Isn't there a dire thing, Silk's Touch, or is it Fortune? Just Silk. Fortune? Upgrade? Okay. Ore miner, lawnmower, mob scanner. Ooh, that'd be a nice one. Oh, we looked up some. No, negate fall damage we had in there. Okay, so there is no Silk Touch. Dang it. Yeah, we need to get Silk Touch, for sure. So, this should be enough for me to make the Wither, right? Maybe? Question mark? Should it go one wider? Should go one wider, shouldn't it? Then if we clear these, technically it should probably go two wider, but we'll see. I think it should go two wider. There we go, 5 by 5. That should do it. And then if we put down a temp block here. And that can be my kill door. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be good. Because he's not that tall. Well, I mean, he is that tall, but if we get his head in the thing, I don't think he can glitch through, or can he glitch through? He might can glitch through. We probably did not make enough glass, but I'm also probably making this box too big, but that's okay. It's better big than dead, or big and too small and a wither destroying your base. So. we are going to need more glass. But I think we have enough ember for some more. Will 20 do it? Oh no, we need like... Oh, I put 2 down I didn't need to put down. I would have had exactly enough. Wait, I got those back. Oh, there's probably glass down bottom because my magnet ain't on, I guess? I don't know. It's like exactly enough. Cool. Alright, so now let's see if I've screwed this up. Is my deep learner in my backpack? It is. What are we doing? Huh? Broke half the castle, but not my base. You just winged it in the castle. Oh no. Did you put the castle back together, or did you use that as your call to remodel? Oh, I need my data model. How many of you were screaming at me? Welcome in, Kabunny. Sorry, I'm bad at reading chat. So, when I get focused on a task, I often forget that, oh yeah, there's this thing called chat. So. How many do we need for the data model? 5 more. Is awesome. You can save state of wither with 1 HP left. Oh, interesting. I've never gotten into that far into Just Dire Things, so I have to check that out in one of these series. Seems like we've got Just Dire Things and everything now. It's like the new gotta have it mod. But I mean, it's fun, to be fair. And Dire's probably one of my favorite content creators for Minecraft. I just like his play style. Or his video style. It's literally like, what can I do in half an hour? And if I derp it, I'm going to show you that I derp it. I learn more from Dire derps than I do from, like, some of the other stuff. We're going to have to go recharge our sword after this one. Excuse the chewing, that's just me finishing my very cold now bacon. We also need more coffee, so that's going to be a priority in the near future. Oh! Don't step back, Wolfie. There's probably a big hole behind you. No? Okay, cool. We're up to, what is that, our 3rd kill? It's 3 more. All right, let's go charge our sword. And we really ought to, like, see what's between us and Flux Networks, because having to go charge all this kind of sucks. Is my wand charged? Yes, it is. Okay. And I mean, you know, why wouldn't you put your wither cage in the same floor as your bedroom at your house? I mean, come on, you know? It's a perfect spot, right? That way you can just have nightmares. Oh no. And this pack doesn't have FTB backups in it by default? It crashes when you log into your world? There's a few things you could probably try. It would be complicated, though. You'd have to pull your player data and edit NBT, and you could try and reset your location. See if it's the location, like something in world where your player currently is that's causing it. That'd be probably where I'd start if it's really crashing every time. I've had to do that on servers when some of our players get stuck. Which is why most other content creators that have servers have server admins that run them for them. But no, my name's Wooly, and why have someone else do something that you can do yourself? So I have to do all of that. This sword is kind of weak. I mean, to be fair, I don't have like any upgrades or enchants on it, so. You assume it's the arc furnace blueprint because it crashed as soon as I put it into the engineering table. Interesting. Single player? Yeah, if it's single player, unless you like got some corrupt world data or something from it, I would just try and reset your player location with an NBT editor. Pull your player data, and it'll basically, you got to find the location in there. There's guides on the internet, but you pull that, you open up an editor and tell it to put you at spawn, and then when you log back in, if it doesn't immediately crash you out, just try and creep back closer to your base, and then if it crashes when you get closer to your base, you know you got other issues. If it gives you a crash log too, one of the other troubleshooting steps that Squirrel has basically told me I should use is that you can take your crash log and put it into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will look at your log and can often tell you how to fix why your game's crashing. Yes, NBT editor is like, it has literally saved people's, playthroughs on our servers before. I have literally been able to modify their player data and get them out of a jam. I do believe one of those times was Squirrel. Actually, we're being truthful. He may have been the culprit more than once. No, FTB backups is on here, so that's the other thing I would try if I were you, because that just ran. Go check your backups folder and just try to restore from one of those backups in a new instance. Like make a new instance for the playthrough and dump the save into the new one. Dude, is he glitched? Oh, my sword's broken. That's why I'm doing no damage. Great. Okay. Yes, we need Flux Networks. That should be our next priority. So he put the log in and says immersive engineering is the problem. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a couple ways you could try to fix it. it's single player, so you don't have to validate your mods against a server. You could potentially just remove the immersive engineering mod, log into the world, make sure you save that mod file, the version that's in there, log into the world. It's going to delete everything immersive engineering when you log in, which would kind of suck, but it's better than losing all your progress. That would be one way in a single player to handle that, because on a server, if you remove the mod and you fail the checks, the server's not going to let you log in. So I think we overshot our deep learner model. No. We did one more than we needed to, but now we've got our Wither data model. Heck yeah. But yeah, ChatGPT is your friend. And like I said, if you remove the immersive engineering mod for your single player, it'll still launch and run. But when you log in, it's going to just poof all of the immersive engineering stuff in the world, because the engine is going to be like, whoa, I don't know what any of this is. And if you look at the logs, it'll just be a wall of errors, but you know, it clears it out, and then you can log back in and go again. And I mean, since it was a glitch, you could always just, open to LAN, enable cheats, and then give yourself the stuff that got voided once you add the mod back. That's kind of how I would play it, is, there's no problem cheating something in if you're recovering from a glitch, and then, turn off the cheats and, relog in the world to turn off your cheats and then keep on with your progress. I've done it before. Alrighty. Now, we can progress. We need to make a Ender Star with 4 Ender Pearls. Let's put up all this blocks from where we broke the base to build our stuff. Frame slab. These go in our backpack. These go in storage. All right, now we need Ender Pearls. Sweet. Okay. Down to our Ender crafting. Yeah, you could still smelt them. Like I said, the only thing you do is to fix the glitch. So if it's an immersive engineering block that's glitching in single player, and if you don't want to try the NBT data thing where you edit your NBT data and put yourself in a different spot to see if it lets you in the world, then what you should do is, wait, this has crushed. Why is this not? Did you see that, Squirrel? That's the second time I've come back, and this one is not. Oh, because it's out of lava. That's why it's not running. But it's got... Oh, this is where you were playing with the settings. So this is your fault, Squirrel. It's not putting lava in here fast enough. How do I fix that? Channel, round robin, blacklist, empty wildcard, fluid transfer rate. So if I go to like 2,000... It's your fault, Squirrel. See, there's plenty of lava. Is it transfer rate, or what is causing this to run out of lava? It's not sending it in fast enough. Top left, click for settings, part settings, ticks per operation, 500. So if I go to 600, is that better? Or slower? I think that's slower. So 400? No. No, that's slower. I don't know if that's stream lag and you're responding to my first message or my second one. Oh, see right there, it did it before it ran out. There we go. Okie dokie. Go gadget ender crafting. Woohoo! No, that 400 worked because I'm net gaining now. So it'll eventually be full and it's too much. So probably halfway between 400 and 500, probably 450 would probably be perfect. Cool. All right, quest book. Yeah. Skulk goo, shadow pulse goo. We need echo shards, which are in the enchanting apparatus. Quartz dust, skulk, dimensional shards, amethyst. Or we can make it in the particle collider. All right, let's add echo shards. We can check off ender crafting. Particle collider. Which we're going to need space for. Needs space. Like room. Needs room. That gets big. Okay. Wither data model. Hostile neural networks. Heck yeah. Marking stuff off. All right. Flux networks. So I'm going to pause right here for a moment and go get some coffee. Do I have a sign? Coffee. Yeah, for the backup folder, I would try the most recent backup and the one before it. I would copy them and put them. I would take all of them that you have in there, and I'd put them in a separate place, and then copy and paste from there. That way, you have a backup just in case something goes wrong. The easiest way to figure out where you got to do and what you got to do with it is open it up and look at it and see, and then you just dump it in the right spot. It's really not all too crazy. We need a sign. And then we can go coffee break. There we go. Coffee break. I'm going to have to sue myself. I burnt my tongue on my own hot coffee. All right, coffee. Now we've got our Ender Stars. We've got our Wither data model. Let's go put it... I guess we can store them for now in this chest. And then we just need to take this out, and we can make some of these. 2560 FE a tick. Yeah, that thing needs a lot of FE, and we're not... So the problem is this thing is got an energy interface on it, so it can use the energy from it, but it can't push energy to the battery, which is a problem. So could I put an exporter on it, and that way the energy can get in at least? You mother trucker. I'd copy it, create it. And now, when I found the fancy menu folder and identified the code for the top music, that was... Oh, okay. Mickey D's taste buds got burnt. Yep, there we go. That's that. You got the reference. Oh, that's not low enough for me to be able to see anything. Son of a biscuit. Dirt. Joe Dirt. There we go. Now can I see the bottom? Cool. All right, so exporter, energy exporter. So now if I do this, and then it needs a card, variable, now the question becomes, does that get in power in here any faster? Doesn't really look like it. Oh, I bet you it's not doing anything because I didn't set a thing with the tool. So has this thing not been doing anything all along because neither of these are set as a... So now I don't even need this, do I? I don't even need that. So that's been doing nothing with the rest of my power all along. Oh well, it's working now, which means this ought to be getting some power too. Yep. There we go. Still playing like I am a in an integrated dynamics newbie, but I mean, I totally am. And this is climbing in power. Heck yes. Which means our Just Dire Things fuel generator probably is out of fuel. It is. Okay, so Void Flame. There we go. So we probably need to make some more Void Flame, but that'll help us. And then this should still be making the power that it's been making all along. Nice. Okay. Into crafting. We're going to ignore the mixer thing that I don't know whether we ever figured it out or not. You go in hole 2. You go in the backpack. In the backpack. You guys can all go in the backpack. Okay. Flux Networks. All right. Let's see what we got. Flux. App. So... did we make anything Flux Networks? I felt like we made a plug at some point. And put it on this thing. Ah! Is that the simple fuel generator we were making fuel for? Is it? Yep, it sure was. So see, we already had a simple fuel generator out here that we forgot about. Great. Which means I need more of the fluid. Wonderful. But we still don't have Flux Networks going. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Flux Networks. Let's make sure there's nothing in any of these grids. Nope. All right. What do we need? Just some eyes vendor. Sure. Let's make some of those. And then what does a plug take? 4 of those and a flux block. So plug is where we get our power out. Okay, so we need more of these. More obsidian. So we got to do more jar mixing for obsidian. Okay. I guess we should start making some seeds. Where were we making our obsidian? Lava. So if I do water there, all right, let me go grab some more water. Wait, can I get water in the thing? Can I go here and do this somehow? No, that would be too convenient. All right, so I do have to physically go to that drawer. Okay, there's that. Oh my gosh, I already had one for obsidian right here, didn't I? Okay, let's put our superheated block back. And then there is a lava one in the backpack already. Dang, we need water almost in an ender drawer. All right, let's see. So we are working on a plug. So we need more of these. Okay. And then a flux plug. Nice. And then we need a flux point. Which means we just need 4 more of those, which means we need 3 more obsidian. Thank you. Point. Those. Click. Click. Okay. Now flux point. Right, plug receives, point puts out, and then we just need the controller. We're gonna need a lot more of all the things for this. So we need more of you. So I need more water. Actually, why don't we put all this lava in here? And then I can come back with 2 canisters full of water. Oh, and we are now out of water because you are out of power. Son of a... I think I know why that other one quit working before, though, because there's power in here now, isn't there? Isn't there? There is. So, I know why that quit working, and it was working. So let's find it, wherever it is. Over here. It's over here. I haven't looked at chat in forever. Okay, good. You guys are not talking to me, which is, I mean, it's okay. It's okay, because I'm bad at reading it. I do so desperately need to get my Twitch stuff figured out. Okay, we need a logistics cable and an energy exporter. Logic cable, logistics cable, that one next. Craft. Okay. Craft. Sweet. Now we need an energy exporter. It wasn't working before because that battery couldn't talk to the darn network, but I fixed it because I wrenched the thing. And then now this, in theory, should work. Haha! And that should have full water again. Sweet! All right, and now if we put you in there, then we can go get another thing full of lava. And this will get us 16 more obsidian. We probably ought to automate this with some exporters and just put a drawer there for obsidian. That'd probably be smart. But why do smart when you can just do exactly what you need? Let's see. We were working on the controller. So for flux blocks, we need 4 for each of these blocks, and we need how many of those blocks for the controller? We need 5 blocks. So 4 times 5 is 20. So we need 20 obsidian. We're gonna need a ton of flux dust. Where do we get flux dust from? We'll see how much we have first. Flux 10. And where do we get it from? Is it the old school recipe where we smash it on bedrock? Tempered jar. superheated tempered jar with skystone, redstone, and lava. So that's probably what we were doing in here. So superheated jar, skystone dust. So we've got some skystone. How do we get it into dust? And the inscriber, sagmill, crusher. We've got one of them over here, right? Thought we had a crusher or a sagmill or something. Or was that in here? Mm-hmm. It was in there. Let's go make it daytime because our power right now has got no fuel. So we need solar to work. Cabunny is deep in the depths of trying to restore his world. Hopefully he updates this and lets us know if he gets it fixed. And we are going to need more. Need another energy exporter for the crusher. And another variable card. And now that's got power, and you need to crush my skystone dust for me. Alright, so we've almost got enough for our flux blocks, but we need more flux. So did the crusher finish? Did. And then we need redstone. Got tons of that. Okay. So these go in here. That makes our flux dust. Awesome. Probably going to need more. Where did we get skystone from? Skystone. Smelting skystone dust. Alloy smelting crusher. Energized smelter. Inscriber. Occultism. Fragmenting. Pulverizing, sagmill, any skystones. Okay. Do I not have a method? We can loot it in red barrels in the nether. So that would have been where our skystone has been come from, is nether looting. So we should make a skystone seed before we crush all of it. No, it's all done, isn't it? I guess we could smelt 4 back up. Oh, we haven't crushed it yet. Okay, skystone. Say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can crush the rest. And then skystone seed is tertium and charged void flame. Okay, charged prosperity. Okay. So we need a prosperity seed base. Oh my goodness. So prosperity shards and any seed. Okay, so 4 of them. Seed, any seed. These will make our prosperity seed bases. Since you're empty, I should be able to do it in here. That should get us enough for our flux blocks. So, flux blocks. We need these. Ender pearl. Who did that? For at least a little while, you can go to the meteor site. Okay. I might have to go do that. Let's see. Ender pearl. I have ender. Okay, then we need, let's see, flux blocks. Flux. We were doing these for the flux block. That should be enough. Now, flux block. One. And we're out of flux dust. Okay. Yes, we're going to need more skystone. Much more skystone. Alrighty. You say there's a meteor site, though. I don't know that I found a meteor yet. Yeah, I guess I had to, right? Well, do I have all my crushing and inscribers and all that? Yeah, I don't see a crater. Unless that's one. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Okay. We're not going to have enough of this, are we? We're not. Oh, and you're making me netherrack, and I didn't need netherrack. You sorry mother trucker. I mean, I guess I can just throw it in there. All right. Yes, we need more skystone, but I have to step AFK for a moment. I will be right back. Let's put a sign up. Sign. I wish I had like a wait screen or something. I need one of those. AFK. BRB. Oh. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a 15-minute break I did not intend to take, but, you know, when the coffee calls, the coffee calls. All right, do we have more obsidian? We do not. We have prosperity seeds, though. Heck yeah. Okay, these need to be charged on the roof. Ah, don't jump off the edge, you dummy. All right. Prosperity seed base. Magnet off. Laser on. Laser off. Charged prosperity seed bases. Nice. All right, so now we needed these because we need to convert it into a charged void flame, which we need void flame fuel for. Great. We get to make more of this stuff, or do I have some void flame stuff in here? I think I do, right? Void, what is it? Void, nope. Coal, yeah, we don't. We definitely don't. Shoot. Thought we made a bunch of that. Did I put some in the backpack on accident? Aha! There we go. All right. So now we're going to need some polymorphic fluid and some blaze ember. So polymorphic catalyst. Polymorphic catalyst. Okay. Cool. This should be enough. Let's make 16 because then that'll get both going. Let's put that stuff up. Put that simple fuel generator up for now. Battery is not charging back up. So let's, oh, and we're out of water. Shoot. Yes, we need this stuff desperately. Okay. Water. Do I have some water to get just a little bit of fuel going so we can get the generator going so we can get that power going? Oh crap. No. Sweet. Okay. And then we didn't check for blaze ember. Blaze ember. Cool. All right. Now, here we go. All right, so first things first. Let's go put this in our simple fuel generator. And that should get us some power going to get water going to get that going, right? Hopefully. We need more water, so... I'm not muted, am I? Okay, cool. I wondered, can I pre-throw these in there? And then... Okay, cool. Wrong one. Cool. Let's get that out of the way. Get that there. And we got more void flame. Let's refeed this, and then we can go. We don't have an empty. We do have an empty canister. Nice. Okay. Let's see if our steam generator's working again. No. So we got to get more power going. We really just need more water in the thing. So if I put water in here, can I put water directly in here? Or do I have to put it in the drawer? I gotta put it in the drawer a bit. So let me go put some water in the drawer. Boy, I'll be glad when we get Flux Networks going, because then I can get all this power off of Integrated Dynamics, because it is not making me happy. Okay. So why is that energy exporter not exporting any power? Is there like a priority difference? So this is an energy importer. Cool. You're pulling power in. You're going there. Is this battery filling up? It's got some FE in it. Okay. This is frustrating. We need more skystone dust than what we have. We need to find a meteor. None of these are meteor crash sites. We were trying to make the seed. So, sky, stone, seed. So we need charged void flame seed, which is done superheated with void fuel. Okay, so we can make some more of the fuel and do it that way. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll keep worrying about power once we get into the other, because we can sort it out. But we need water. Oh my god. Just put this here. Okay, here we go. Airdrop landed. Where did it land? Is that it over here? Uranium. Is that netherite? Oh, free netherite. Yes, please. And we're out. Just like that. Let's see if the water pump has gotten power yet. For some reason, I feel like it's not going to. Maybe I need to make its priority higher. It should be like always getting power. Priority. No. Priority must be here. Priority 4. Okay, I'm going to take these up here. Let's go get our flux network stuff going. Oh my goodness. These power struggles are super annoying. All right, drown belt, we don't need. Netherite, we don't need. Hammer upgrade, we got from a drop. We don't need that. This can go away. We can put that on our battery. Free gold, emerald apple, summon undead. We want to keep the redstone. The uranium can go away. Okay. Now, polymorphic. Cool. All right, so now let's head to the thing and make our seeds. Let's make 4 of these seeds. Do we have a lava one? We do, but it's got lava in it. So we'll put this lava there, take this lava out, and then we're going to put void flame fuel in there, and you get these. Okay, and then now I can take the rest of that void flame fuel out. We've got charged void flame seeds. Let's go put some more of this void flame fuel in our simple fuel generator because it is carrying the base right now. Even though this was running, but now it's not again. Ugh, okay. The seed, we need tertium essence, so tertium. We have 4 of. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then was our altar up here? I swear we'd made an altar. Here's our altar. Okay. That, and we need skystone. 4. So, skystone. We're going to have to figure out just some better farming method, too, since crops have to grow underwater. There we go. Skystone seeds. All right, so we can do this and bone meal it. I think the dire soils might be the better bet, especially the ones that, like, accelerate growth and auto-harvest, but can't we just get some bone meal for now? And just spam this one? Nope, doesn't work. How it doesn't work, I don't know. What if I make mystical fertilizer? No, it's mystical something else. What is it called? Mist. Fertilized essence. There we go. Let's try that. See if it makes it grow. It does. Cool. We're just going to use all of it on the skystone for now. Okay. Well, there's one more fertilized essence. We must have gotten it as a drop. Okay. All right. That gave us 32 skystone essence, which gives us how much skystone? A stack. Okay. Hopefully a stack gets us where we need to be. Seems like it should. So, crusher. We're going to crush just half a stack for now. Okay, and now we're out of fuel again. Great. Let's grab some lapis, restock this on the way by. Okay. I think it's probably because of how I hooked that energy interface onto the battery upstairs. I think it's probably going to try to fill this battery before it fills anything else or something. It's got to be what's happening. No, it's using that too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Obviously. Polymorphic. Okay. Let's clean up this inventory some. Ooh, we got more Skystone seeds. Nice. We can go plant those. Put up our extra ones of those. Put up our extra of that. We're gonna need this redstone. We're gonna need this. We may need our ender pearls. We can put the Skystone in storage. You can go in storage. You can go in storage. These flux blocks we're holding on to as a count. Cables in the backpack. Let's convert this now. All right, and while that's converting, let's go make a little more obsidian. Okay, and then in here, we need void flame fuel, which we used all of, correct? Correct, but we have more upstairs. No, we don't need void flame fuel in there. We need lava in there, right? Right. So we need lava. And we need this stuff. But you were out of power. That was why we were making void flame fuel. Don't worry, I'll get with the program never. Alright, we're going to give you some fuel so that you can get this going. Alright, flux dust. Lava. There we go. Yeti! How's it going, bud? Sorry if I missed that for too long, but I was working. And I repeat the sentiments from Squirrel Jr. We appreciate you and Miss Yeti. Hope everything's all right on your side of the pond. Over here, things are crazy. People are losing their dang minds. All right, we need 2 more of those. We need 1 more set of these. So we do need some more of that. Did you finish crushing? Goodwood Festival of Speed. Heck yeah. That's a bucket list thing for me. I'd love to go to it, but you know, I got to get my butt across the pond first. Isn't that the one where they have that is it a hill climb with a bunch of turns and stuff and people are basically running up the hill the whole time? You had a Dynex stand at the Goodwood Festival of Speed? All right, we've got our 5 flux blocks. Oh, the UK company. Okay. I was like, darn, that's pretty impressive. Dynex having a stand there. I don't know necessarily the relevance. Well, I guess Dynex, you could rent workload for computational stuff for things like car designs and, you know, rendering and all of the like wind tunnel testing stuff that's done on supercomputers. I mean, in theory, somebody who didn't have access to all that hardware could run all of that on Dynex. Color me jealous though, because you know that is ever since I learned about it, I'm like, that's something I want to go to. I want to be there in person and see that someday. All right, Blaze Ember, we probably ought to make a little bit more fuel because things are at a halt right now. Wait. Can we get to the controller? If we can get to the controller, then we will do this a different way. Controller. Yes. Okay. Thank goodness. All right. So let's do this. Let's regather everything we're using to make power. And we're going to consolidate it at the steam engine, I think. So, because I don't really want to have to move all of this. But if I can change the power gen from here, and we can put a flux plug on it. And then we're going to make a new network. It's got to be purple. Okay. And then we got to put this on that network. And then when this can bypass and power surge and sure. I think this chunk's already loaded. Let's just make sure it is. Okay. Now, controller can be anywhere. So right there is no problem. And then we want to definitely go to wireless charging, and we want to turn it on for all the places it lets us turn it on. And we want to hit apply. Now, to kickstart this, we need to go outside. And we should actually, we need a little bit of void flame fuel for this plan to work. So we need a couple more polymorphic catalysts. That should be enough. And we need some water. We go every year. You know what that means, right? Yes. No joke, Yeti. Let's actually have a conversation about the dates and stuff for next year. And I'm to the point in my life, especially after the last 2 weeks that I've had, that I gotta quit saying I'm gonna do the big things and start doing the big things. So getting over there for both of us is huge, as you know, for me and Mama. So And if things get too much crazier, I might just tell you got to put me to work somewhere and come on anyways. I only got one kid that would be upset about it. The other kid would be like, yes, please. All right, so we've got some void flame fuel. What we're going to do is this. We're going to take our other simple fuel generator we made at the beginning today. Simple fuel gen. What do we have? A simple block burger. Okay. And then we're going to put it here. And if we give you this void flame fuel, you'll start. And then now, that's going to start the power gen for our plug on the other side. And we can put a flux point here, put it on our network. And then if we go to network statistics, this right now is going to be drawing all of its power from this. But if I take that fuel out and just let it run out of power, like right now, this drawer is full. Okay, and then we can take this cable back too. You got exhibitors, so you get VIP access. That's awesome. Heck yeah, yeah, I need to get there. Especially with the craziness going on with my work too. Like I need to step it up. Come on, don't run from me. Get back here, coward. Okay. We could actually just bring that down water level now, too. The only reason we had it up here was to get the logic cables to it, so. But now that it's not in need of those, this thing retains its inventory, right? No, come back. Have a magnet, and I'm just letting things drop in the ocean. You took the pirates. That's because the pirates shows up. Andy's already on that side of the pond, I do believe. All right, you know what we can do right now? Flux networks, yes! We're actually, like, marking stuff off the list. Y'all should be proud of me. I'm getting stuff done today. Instead of playing distracted Wooly. Cool. It would be nice to figure out water. So I don't know whether I put, like, an exporter on another drawer just to have water access, like, here. Do we have ender tanks? We do have ender tanks. Oh, and we've got 3 of them. That's an easy solution. So that's what we'll do. We'll put an exporter on one of these, and then we can have water wherever we want it. So let's do this. We need some blue dye. There we go. So now if we take one of these, and we get a fluid export thingy. Fluid exporter. Okay. Well, how do I tell it? How do you tell this to craft the missing parts? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so if we put a fluid exporter on this ender tank, fluid exporter. And then we tell it fluid, water, we set our card, export fluids, you should fill that with fluid, with water, but you're not. Do you want me to put some water in there first or something? Romania. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's about like my flight to Georgia. So. Oh, our flight there. Dude, we had the worst luck with flights this time. Like, the absolute worst luck. Alright, so now there's a bucket in there, but it is still not export. Oh, it's probably a channel thing, right? So this needs to be on the same channel as our controller. Fluid interface, which is on interface channel 1. So you need to be on channel 1. There we go. Haha. And then, yeah, awesome. All right. Fill that. And then fill this. Ooh, ears are ringing. Make ourselves some more obsidian. We can get that set up automated pretty soon too. Sweet. And now we have water, and since the one that it's importing to is on this level, we can come up top up here, and we can put like our ender tank of water in play, or like right here, even though, you know, I kept going down for water, and you guys probably had already seen this and just were being nice to me. But yeah, I could have just been getting my water from right here. I'm definitely an idiot. Polymorphic fluid. How are we doing on time? Oh, we still got plenty of time. We got stuff done. Sometimes these streams, I feel like I'm getting nothing done and the time just keeps ticking away. And then other times it's like, I feel like I have to have been streaming longer, and I look down and we're just knocking stuff out and the time is barely gone. And I've taken 2 breaks, which is unusual. All right. Sweet. And then the point of doing all of this is to better our power gen with Flux Networks. And so the reason we wanted that one down here is because that is kind of our like constant power gen, this thing right here. And now, as long as we can keep this thing just running, it will forever be providing power into our Flux Networks, and you'll be able to see it as it goes through. The one thing we don't have on our Flux Networks right now is any sort of power buffer. So, I mean, in theory, we could put down one of these and it will, like, provide power, but we would also have to put power into it, which means we're going to need more points and plugs, and those took a lot to make, so I don't want to sit here and just keep grinding that out. But we put this here because I can take our simple fuel generators, and we can put them right here. And I don't know why that connected, but let's get it unconnected. Oratech. There we go. And then this should be void flame fuel. And now this one's gonna fill up and put stuff there. And then we can grab this other one. And then I guess the thing to do would be our battery set up upstairs that's kind of already tied into the network. We could put a point on that battery and then have it be like the buffer for everything that's already connected to integrated dynamics. Sound good? Sounds good to me. All right, so now we just need some more void flame fuel for this. There we go. And that'll get both of these building up a buffer. That'll get that there. And the only thing that's got a point so far is our pump that feeds this generation setup. So nothing's really going to be using this power yet, but we need another flux point. So let's see if we can make another one. Flux point. All right. We can. Nice. All right. So then that means if we come upstairs and we can just, let's take a look at how we've got this thing tied in, because I don't really remember what we were doing. So we ended up leaving it on the energy interface, but we had to wrench the thing, which means we just need to wrench one of these to an input and push power into it from our flux plug. Okay, so wrench for RF tools, which we actually may already have a thing. We don't? Okay, so energy interface, if we wrench this and we put our point here and we tell it Big Wooly, bypass limit, power surge. All right. Question is, if I put this here, can I get up? Yes, I can. Okay. Magnet on. Now, do these things have to be a cuboid? Let's see. This block can store power and can be combined with other cells to form a big multi-block. Right-click with a wrench to toggle input-output mode for a side. Okay. All right, let's go see if that is draining out the power out of these. It's not. So we must need to wrench that one more time to get it to be an input. But the other one's working after wrenching it only once. So what is happening? I don't know. Oh, you're working on filling other buffers, I'm guessing. Maybe? Bueller? Oh, this thing is using more than it's capable of sending, I guess. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Uh-huh. This thing's not working because it's out of power. Energy. Why does it have an energy exporter on it? Oh, wait. Item importer, energy exporter. Channel 0. Is that thing on the wrong channel? Well, it wouldn't matter channels. And now this is climbing. And then does that mean that that machine just started to work? No. Guess it's just going to take a minute for everything to build up, because these have got power in the buffers. And I thought these pushed energy, so... What does it take to make the first battery? At flux... Basic. 6 flux blocks. Oh my god, which is an absolute ton of flux dust. Okay, we need a better way to get flux dust. Really, that's our only way. Super gated. Like, that's... How are we on Skystone? One Skystone essence out of all that time it's been growing. Are you serious? Yeah, these are super slow. What farmland do I have? I think it's Supremium. It is. So why is this so slow growing on this farmland? Maybe we ought to make an item collector and put some on some dire farmland and see if it grows better. So we can definitely get Celestium tier. What's an item collector take? Item collector. 3 ferrocore, that's totally doable. Item collector. Just the 2 hoppers. Okay. Sweet. All right, so we've got an item collector now. So then, do we have a hoe yet? Do we have a Celestium hoe? No. Okay, let's make a Celestium hoe. Because that'll turn our farmland into that tier dire stuff. Oh, our stuff just charged in our inventory. I saw it happen. That was awesome. Okay. So now, do I just take up all this farmland? Yes. And all those seeds, which are now floating precariously at my feet. We need the dirt. Now, we won't need the harvester, though, right? Because isn't this the tier that harvests itself? Which tier dire soil harvests itself? At just dire... Let's go look at the quest book. Maybe the quest book tells us. Woohoo! A freebie! Ooh, a blaze gold template. Nice. Which tier soil harvests itself? Which tier soil? Is it the Eclipse or is it this one? Let's see. The soil you can use to create Void Shimmer soil. This soil is faster than the previous tier and also auto-harvest fully grown crops. Since Celestium Hoe can be upgraded with the Drops Teleport upgrade, you can bind it to an inventory and then till out the soil. This will cause the drops to auto-harvest and collect into the bound inventory instead. Oh, but we have a collector, so I don't need to worry about making that upgrade just yet. Although you could, I guess, in theory, put down like a controller extension and then bind it to the controller extension as long as it sees that as an inventory. Neat. Okay, so yes, we don't need this anymore. And we will keep that item interface, and what we can do is we can put our item collector on it. We can take the energy off. Okay. And then if we go to render area, does that get me all the way over to the walkway? No, we need to go one more. And that gets me all the way to the walkway. Okay, cool, cool. And then if we go... Oh, we were going the wrong way. We need to go Z, not Y. We probably want 2 on the Y, and then 4 on the Z. Like that. Maybe bring it back to us 1. Yeah, that should work, right? I wish I could pick up this dirt and debris. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to pick it up. Aha! Thank God. That's been getting annoying. Okay. And so now you go down to the soil level. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And then we can break the rest of this. But the item collector must have picked up that dirt. Nice. Okay. Dirt. All right, let's turn off the render area because that's annoying. Okay, now should be able to just put some seeds out and get it growing. Then twerking work on this? Nope, not on mystical agriculture crops apparently, but they are definitely growing faster than they were on that premium soil already. Yes. Yeti in my DMs just making me jealous over here. Dang. I mean, I guess that's like somebody in the UK who's always wanted to go to a Daytona 500 or something. Because, I mean, you know, to me, it's like, oh, that's easy. But, you know, getting all the way over there for, like, that festival is also easy if you live nearby. All right, what do we have for seeds that we don't have planted? Seed. Nature, we've got planted. Turtle is down. Inferium, we're not growing a lot of Inferium, but we get it from our sieving, right? Do we have a void upgrade in that, or is it? Nope. Yeah, we do get it from sieving, but that's not a lot of Inferium. I guess in theory, we could stand to plant a couple. All right, and this should harvest everything automatically. We could bring some of these crops over to that side. What tier are you? Shadow Pulse. Isn't that like the top tier? Oh, did you see that? That's dirty. Oh, it looks like it got it though. No, it didn't. One just popped off this way. So we need to render the area and it needs to come this way at least one more. Well, we can just expand it one more because we don't want it to be missing those. And then potentially, I guess they could pop off that way. So let's go one more on the X as well. So that'll get us anything that might jump off on any of the directions. Okay. Glad we saw that. Turn my magnet off so I'm not picking this stuff up. There we go. And then I just saw it harvest. Yeah, we are definitely harvesting faster than before, for sure. But we wanted to get some hemp down and some carrots. Sweet. Better crop growing. I like it. Wasn't even on the list, but we've marked off a bunch that was on the list today. Absolute ton. I like progress days like this where we get stuff done. Where's my clipboard? So let's see. Elytra, see, these are the things we added. So the only thing that was already on the list is the Elytra upgrade. What does it take to make? It takes an Elytra. Have we beaten the dragon in this? Or do we have an Elytra? Why would I have put that on the list? We have an Elytra. Okay, where did we get that from? Who cares? So the Elytra upgrade, hold shift for details, built-in Elytra. Okay, is that the one we want to make? Because isn't there one for the pneumatic? Oh, but we're already using our Celestium chest piece. Yes, we want to make the Elytra upgrade. Okay, so it takes an upgrade blank, which is just ferrocore. Which we already have some of in storage. Shoot. All right, and then how do we... I think it's just an anvil, right? Anvil, anvil, anvil. Smithing table, maybe? There we go. So then I think the trick to this would be if we put our void shift wand into air burst. Let's do this instead. Let's void shift airburst. I thought it was airburst. Oh, there we go. Sweet. So now we can airburst an elytra. And our elytra never breaks because our chest piece is being healed constantly by our power. Sweet. Let's find a meteor. How about that? And we did everything we had on the checklist for today, which is, I think, an accomplishment in this series. I don't know if we've had a completed clipboard yet. Oh, yeah, we're going to open up the whitelist on this one. I'm going to spend some time later on this afternoon and get some channels set up for the mod packs that we'll be keeping a server on going forward. I think I'm going to cut off adding anybody new on all the mods 10, just because we've been done with it for so long on the channel. I don't want new people hopping on and starting their playthrough and then me being like, oh, I'm killing this server for, you know, preserving the server resources. So look for later on this afternoon for me to get you guys an update in the Discord about what servers we have that you can join and play with me. And if you're in the UK, you can join and play with Miss Yeti and a bunch of our other players. We actually have several that are over there. Although I will warn you, you may have some ping issues with ping to the server, but most people are able to like finagle and find a VPN that gets them a better ping, at least a playable one. And even the ones that do have the occasional ping issue say that they can play pretty good most of the time. So, but I know I have several of you guys that are not in an America's time zone. And if anybody knows anything about the algorithm, hit me up, because YouTube's making me mad. First two videos on the new series, they pushed it to an absolute ton of people, and then I changed nothing, consistent on the upload times and everything, and the impressions on the rest of them are just negligible. There we go. That's a meteor. Did I just take fall damage hitting the water? I don't know if you're still here, Yeti, but I want to talk to you about that thing you sent me about being able to do the stream to multiple places, because I don't think I can use it on the current host because of how it works. The URL it sets up when you put in the info, it just, like, anybody could go to the URL and it puts your stream key, like, on broadcast. So, yeah, I want to pick your brain on that one and see if you think of it like there's a way that we could secure it so that it's not open to the public and it required like an auth. But then I don't know whether that would mess up the being able to stream to it. Yes, I actually set it up. So it just, like I said, when I was playing with it, trying to test it, it puts your stream keys like public, and I'm like, whoa, because with your stream key, somebody can just stream to your channel. Well, that'll make Skystone not a problem for a little while. It'd be nice if we could find somewhere to vein mine some obsidian. I guess maybe the nether. Put that stuff away. Blaze gold templates. Wrench. Fluid canisters. Time in a bottle. We want to keep. Backpack. We want to keep. Variable card. Cool. All right, let's get down here and keep destroying this meteorite. Maybe if we can stand in one of these pockets, we can not have the mining penalty. Have you pinned a mystery cube at Meteor for AE2 presses? Have you mined? No, I haven't. I'm guessing I will mine this one when I get to it. I mean, we could probably get started on AE2. I don't know what else is required, but... Oh, I can't vein mine anymore because I'm starving. Yeah, actually, like I said, I took the time, Yeti, to play with that thing because I really think that these streams would do better on Twitch. Because, I mean, I'm not even monetized on Twitch yet, so... but I think that Twitch is the better platform for, you know, these big, long streams. Because people on there like to subscribe and they like to help you reach the goals and your hype trains and all that stuff. And I wonder if we have a way to improve our, you know, crystals. Cool. What is the time difference again for us? Do you know? Is it like 6 hours? I add 6 hours? It's currently 11:21 a.m. So what time is it for you? Just going for my 3 to 4 mile run, but should be back in about an hour. Okay. Cool. That'll be right after the stream's over. 7 hours for me. Easy enough. Okay. Yeah, we need to catch up anyways, because I got updates on Mom, and they're not fun. All right. I think we might have enough skystone that our growing setup will carry us on until we run out of this. All right, let's slash home. Nice. Okay. So we've got our presses now. Did we complete any quests with that? No, but let's see. Where is logistics? Applied energistics. Where is the start? Start of AE2, Certus Quartz Crystal. It wants me to get one. Okay, so I need to get some of those growing, I guess. We could probably use a growth accelerator from... See, this isn't working. I'm not getting power into here, which means my ores are going to back up into these chests eventually. So, I got to figure out why I'm not getting power there. That is an issue. Like, this has power in it, which means that that should be getting power. In theory, I guess. I don't know. Wait. All of our energy is supposed to be on channel 1, isn't it? But see, that was working, so now I probably just broke it. Or we thought it was working. Will an energy interface allow me to pull energy? That's another question. There's nothing on that battery. There's nothing in that battery. There is water in there. This is making power. Could I put... So this is a plug. So I need a point connected to here somewhere. But I mean, the battery should do it, because the battery's got the power coming in. Do I just need to make that an importer? An energy importer, maybe? Let's try that. Energy importer. So if we make you an importer instead of an interface, and then we give you a variable card, or maybe that interface wasn't working because it didn't have a variable card. Okay, so now is my thing running? No. Channel 0, so those were all already on channel 0. Point on the battery would keep it charged. Oh, so instead on the integrated dynamics battery instead of here. So if I wrench this back to normal, and then I can just put this back as the energy interface I had it, I guess. And then I put the point here. There we go. Squirrel to the rescue. Although now these are completely empty. But that's okay. We need more fuel. We do need to automate that fuel. Not a problem. Is it going to use this battery up here too? No, see, this battery is still climbing, but not... These batteries may just not work well with integrated dynamics, which is fine. Because we could set it up with flux and have an import. We could have a plug and a point on it with an import and an export. You know what? That's fine. All right, we need more fuel. Got to do this process some more. So polymorphic catalyst. And we're out of blaze gold, so let's convert some more gold blocks. So we'll put the blocks on here while we're doing our fuel. Okay, and then we need water, which I think I had some right there. Cool. And then we need our ember. Oh, we had raw blaze gold we could have smelted. Oops. And then we also need void coal. Okay. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, spin in circles and vomit? Is that how it goes? No. Oh, it's out. Ender Pearl. We haven't gone and checked on our mob farm either, but I think it's off, so that's a good thing. Okay. There we go. More power. Let's see if we can get... That battery is full. That buffer is full, which means that the buffers on these should start building again. Yes. Okay. We're going to need to automate that void flame fuel process at some point in the near future, but that gets us that. And we can come in here, and for the first time in a long time, we can mark off everything that was on the list when we started today. So we got about a half hour left. We might can knock out something else, but let's work on updating the list so that we know what we want to do next week. But I am super excited we made it through all that. Heck yeah, making some progress. And I don't know whether anybody would be interested or not, but Fancy might want to take these streams and try and chop them up into something that resembles an episode. But I don't know. Y'all let me know. Should I have this stuff broke up into a series and posted on the days that I'm not posting my main series? Should I just leave it as a VOD? I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about that. All right, we need, for this first one, we need to get some Certus quartz. So let's get those quartz clusters. What do we have? Chipped, flawed, damaged. Oh, well, we can just do this. Right? Boom. And that should mark that quest. Okay. And now, AE2, Certus Quartz. It wants me to make a charger and some charged Certus Quartz. No problem. We got that easily. Oh, it gave us a flawless budding Certus Quartz. That could be tremendously useful with a block breaker from Just Dire Things. We could essentially set up an automated system, and we could use the drops teleporter to a drawer and have it just teleport our Certus Quartz to it. You could even do two sides, and you could tell it one of the, like the first tier one that gives you the dust. So on one side, you could have it harvest the crystal at the first tier, and then on another side, you could have it harvest only the full ones, which would be probably a good idea. And that gets us both tiers of Certus. Hear a child like they're needing something from me. All right, they're looking for swimming trunks, apparently. All right, so we've got a cable there. And if we're thinking block breaker, if we take this flawed Certus, and I mean, I'm not going to set it up right now, but if we put it, or the flawless, we put it right there, that one should generate indefinitely. And it can go ahead and start growing, but we've got access to all of our ID cables right here, and we can have it float and set up some automation on that later. So that was a great quest reward. Thank you. Now we just need to charge. So, Certus. Let's grab that back out. Another airdrop. We should go check. I don't know how much of this we'll need. We should probably do, I guess, half of the stack since we don't really have a renewable source yet. So there we go. That'll get us 8 of each. Let's go check that airdrop. Where is my... So both of these can be on, I figured out. It's just left click and right click, and I was just being a dummy. What is the tier where you can teleport through stuff? That's got to be the next one, I guess. Free stack of copper? Sure. Sheep seeds, heck yeah. Let's put some stuff up. A totem of undying, nice. Ooh, a tier 3 dimensional storage. That is not a cheap part. Variable cards can go away. That wrench can go away. And then this stuff go in there, there. Blaze gold we mined. We need to smelt that. This stuff we want to keep on us for making more fuel. That reflecting necklace is annoying. And this is AE2 that we're working on. Okay. And this goes in the backpack. Cool. And we also have honey seeds, so we can put those out when we get back. We got 2 free seeds. All right. Osmium, nice. And blink and an acceleration upgrade. Cool. So, sheep seeds. Magnet off. Yeah, that is definitely faster than we were getting stuff before. Let's take a look at Skystone, for example. Yeah, we've got a stack of Skystone seeds, and in the rest of the time with it set up on the mystical agriculture soil, we only had, you know, like 1 for even longer than what we've got going right now. Wife is tasking me. Do this and all, but at least at the end, she was like, after your stream is over. I guess I'll take care of doing some grown-up stuff. I'm on vacation. Doesn't she know that? Didn't we get another one of those? Storage. Nope, yes, we have 3 tier 3 dimensional storage stabilizers. Let's just look at the recipe on those just to see exactly how crazy of a quest reward that is. Also, we've got 3 4K storage components too. So it takes nether stars, a tier 2, Afrit essence, so we'd have to get into summoning Afrits. That's a pretty hefty reward. Cool. What do we got? Bunch of pocket storages and a tier 1 pocket storage. Cool. All right. What are we doing? Advanced card. The flawless blocks will decay into flawed if you mine them, but they can be moved using things like a cardboard box. Each time a crystal is formed, the budding block has a chance to decay to a lower tier of the version, but flawless do not suffer this drawback and can grow indefinitely. Nice. So, verified. That was a good find. We need to make an inscriber and each of the circuits. So this will be freeing us from the nightmare of integrated dynamics, but it will introduce us to the nightmare of AE2, which there's no storage controller with iron chests. So we're going to have to move our storage into AE2, which could be a problem. We may have to put more things on drawers. Are we? I didn't realize our storage was getting kind of full, but it's okay. Oh, we're like full on that drawer on redstone. All right, we'll fix all that when we go from integrated to AE2. All right, let's keep going down the AE2 path. Fluix crystals, those are an in-water conversion thing. We need charged redstone and quartz. So charged, which we have, redstone, and quartz. All right, let's go make some fluix. Magnet off. And I missed the water. Sweet. Knocking out quests. Ooh, a free engineering processor. Sweet. Inscriber. Let's go get that done. Control click to trigger the crafting. Okay. inscriber. And then now we need a gold, a certus, and a diamond. Gold, ingots, certus quartz, diamond, and some silicone if we have it. We do. All right. So calculation is certus. Let's make like, I guess just 2 of each one for right now. Save our resources in case we need them for something else. We actually don't. We only need to make 1 of these because we got 3 from a quest reward. Okay, logic is gold. And silicone. All right, now let's look and see if we have any circuits already in here. Nope. What about processors? Nope. But we've got a co-crafting process unit. Let's look at applied and see what we have. Nothing. That's a lie, because that's applied. Is it really case sensitive? No. So it's not filtering by mod correctly. Because I don't believe for 1 second. Because we have certus, right? Yeah. See, so if I search at applied, that should be in the filter. Integrated dynamics problems. All right, and you're making me some silicones. Cool. Silicones. Basic cards. Silicone. Give me some cables. Nice. In another inscriber, you can combine a printed circuit, printed silicone, or redstone to craft a processor. That's used for all sorts of cool stuff. Yep, we know. Awesome. We got cables for free, completing another quest. And then ME planes. Those are putting stuff into the world and out of the world, which could be useful for things like just dire things, automating them within AE2, I would guess. Although the annihilation pane, I think, destroys it. Maybe? Question mark? I don't know. Okay. Import bus. Export bus. Why hasn't it had us make the controller yet? There we go. ME controller. Crafting term. That's where we want to be. Crafting terminal. ME terminal. Illuminated panel. Calculation processor. ME terminal takes logic. And then we need annihilation and formation. That takes logic processors, and that takes logic processors. We're gonna need some fluix dust, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sure. Oh, it's the inscriber that does that, right? Okay, we can take this out, and then the inscriber turns you, unless I can do it in a crusher. Can I do it in a crusher? Crusher, yes. Okay, we can do it in a crusher, but in there's fine for now, too. All right, so we're going to need some of that fluix dust. Start of digital storage. We need 2 engineering processors. Okay. Energy acceptor. Fluix glass cable. It wants me to make a crystal resonance generator. I don't want to because we've got better power already, but okay, you say so. there's that. Let's go ahead with those, which are those. No, they are these. Wonder if there is a Certus Quartz seed. Indeed, there is 4 Certus Quartz and 4 Tertium. Let's do that. Certus Quartz seed. Too bad I can't hit the plus. So we've got Certus Quartz on us, so we need Tertium in the seed base. Tert. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seed. What's up? Your mom? No, your mom. How you doing? Was it charged prosperity or was it charged? Let's see, Certus. What does it take? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for chatting. Like it when people say things. We need Void Flame, not charged prosperity. Void. Void. Somebody go check on Squirrel. He had a stroke in that message right there. Why automate what you can farm? Oh crap, is my magnet on? Okay. I still think I sucked something up. Yep, some turtle essence, like we really need that much turtle essence. All right, we're getting somewhere with AE2, or sort of. Well, we're going to tell ourselves we're getting somewhere just so we feel better. I could probably use a second inscriber. So let's get us another one. And then in this one, if I put silicone and what did we need for getting our illuminated panel? Let's just chase the crafting terminal. So illuminated panel, we need quartz glass. Okay. ME terminal, we need these guys. So we need logic processors first. That was what I was trying to figure out. And redstone. There we go. Sweet. We're going to need more logics. So let's pull you out and put the logic press in with some gold. Okay, and then we need both an annihilation and a formation core for our terminal, and we need one more logic processor. There we go. Almost finished my coffee. 10 minutes left. Guess it's not too late to finish my coffee. Okay. ME terminal. And then ME crafting terminal. We need a calculation processor. So let's put our calculation circuits in next. Okay, crafting grid. Crafting terminal. Needs a crafting table. There's... oh, stinking integrated dynamics. A much bigger crafting table. Sweet. All right, so we can unbookmark those. We are going to need to take some of our skystone and smelt it. Let's just do that in the jumbo furnace. Because why do it anywhere else when you can smelt 34 at a time? Okay. Controller. So we've got our controller. We made our inscribers. Made our circuits. Let's make our drive. So we need some engineering processors. So we've got 2 engineering. So we're just missing Fluix cable. All right, so storage components. If we make it into a... Let's go to just uses, I guess. Chemical, portable, fluid. Source, fluid, ME disk. Okay, what's it take to make those? Quite literally, we're good. Okay. So, what about 4K ME? ME fluid, 4K ME. All right, we're running low on Certus course dust, but I think we can craft it from our things. But if we were to put our controller down, it's gonna need power. Can we just stick it on top of here for now? Most certainly can. We put a little bit of cable, and then we can put our disk drive back here just temporarily, and then we can put these 2 ME disks in it, and then if we put our storage terminal on the front, presto. All right, medium, sort by number of items, descending. That's what we want. That is awesome. Okay, so... Oh boy. Don't necessarily want to totally tear apart integrated dynamics because it's got a bunch of our automations in it. Either that or we have to just whole hog convert to AE2. Why don't we find our clipboard? Did I put it in the backpack? Did I put the other backpack up? Oh, I'm looking for something I just put in the new storage. Because I'm a dummy. So for the clipboard for next week, convert to AE2 question mark? Okay, and then let's look at the quest book. Come on, give me like Certus or something that I actually need. Acceleration cards, those come in handy. It wants me to make a 1K storage component, and it'll take any Certus. What do we have for Certus quartz dust now? Or seed Certus seed, okay. Certus quartz crystals, they take 8. What does the dust take to make? 3. And then can't you turn the dust into it with... Yeah. Oh, it takes a charged... Do I have any charged? Oh, I might have some over here where I put it in here. 1 in there. I guess we just need to take all this out of here before... until we get it fully converted. So let's put the stuff in here so we're not missing things. 1K. What are we missing? 3 more Certus quartz. I mean, I guess I could take this damaged, and if I place it down and break it, it will turn into the blocks for us. Haha! Okay. And there's a 1K. Mega storage. Wants me to make a 1M mega storage cell. We are not there yet, I don't think. Cell workbench. Looks like wireless. So let's put that on the list. Wireless AE2, because that's really the point where we want to convert over, because we don't want to have to lose our wireless access. All right, now quest book for progression. Let's work on, now that we've got power sorted, there's got to be, there we go. Tier 3 seeds, Solium seed base. Interesting. Cool. Mob seeds, watering cans. What's the prereq on that? It says it's locked. Oh, I've got to make the inferium. Okay. You can't grow that, can you? No, but it turns into cursed chicken feed if you put it in an imbuement chamber. But don't we already have the dirt? Yeah, we do. Okay. So for progression, skulk goo. Echo shards are already on the list. So then that brings skulk goo. SCU, okay? Is that how you spell it? I don't know. SCU, okay. So skulk goo. And then we need to take a step back into steaming ahead, and we have to get in these because it looks like we're going to need the centrifuge. So we need centrifuge and pulverizer. And pulverizer. Both of these are Oratech. Okay. I think that is a good enough to-do list for next week. And I think we made great progress. We cleared the clipboard today of everything that was on it. And then some. We got some other stuff done that wasn't even on there, like getting started with AE2. So we've got our first basic AE2 setup, and these are 4K ME discs, which mean they don't care about item types. They hold 4K no matter what, which is awesome for us. So we can probably spin up a 16K of these pretty easy next time as well. But yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be a hot mess for 4 hours. But we made it through it. Like, we got stuff done. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here as always. Roll call and all the people who, you know, came in the stream today. So we had Squirrel, we had Yeti, we had, which if Yeti's watching, Miss Yeti's watching. We had your mom, or my mom, or somebody's mom show up. And then we also had Kabunny, which, or Key Bunny, or however you want to say it. I hope he got his world sorted out. That would suck, but I hope he got that squared away. And yeah, so cool. See y'all in Monday's episode. We will probably still be in Prison Escape because they changed the entire start of that. So I'm going to do like an episode 1 revisited for you guys. I'm going to probably do it in a single player because I don't want to mess with my world, but I will spin up on the most current of their updates, and I'm going to do a start to the yard basically episode to kind of go through the new start, because I've gotten some messages of people who are struggling because my videos don't line up with what it is showing in the game now. And that's fair enough because it has changed. So yeah, we'll see you guys in Monday's episode. And if you're, we'll see you here next Saturday for another stream. Thanks. Bye-bye.